What's going on, guys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. Today we got a video analysing some of the viewers' gameplay. We got Ben here, and we got the Twitch chat here as well. What this kind of series is kind of the idea is basically going through the viewers, and everyone can learn, everyone can have their input towards the gameplay, just so we can all learn from each other, I suppose. All can all improve. I learn something new every day, and I think everyone in the chat can learn something. Cringe? Yeah, probably is a cringe intro. Anyway, I'm probably going to join now. Where'd you finish normally again, Ben?
I finished normally. I finished gold 2. And thanks to your videos last weekend, I finished gold 1.
Okay, that's good. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. So the plan is, I'll see what you're doing. I look for kind of the main things. I won't go into it. This won't be okay. That's a very nice team. That's a very, very nice team. He's actually gonna wreck me, boys. How's that Goretzka?
Fantastic. It's like a little bit of a less version of Gullit.
Jesus, that is. He's gonna batter me, you know that, boys.
No.
Okay, so what I will do? I'm scared, so I want to play a 4-2-3-1. Okay, so anyway, just for the chat, I'm using the 15k team. Just to keep consistency, I use the same team week in, week out, and plus I've used the team before. But then we're good to go. I'll write down notes as well as we go on. What custom tactics do you use, by the way? Do you use my ones or?
Yeah, almost the same. Almost
the same. Good goal. Unlucky offside. That was unlucky. That was good build-up play there. What division are you guys in the chat? See? Anyway, guys, if you notice anything, let him know as well. What I'm probably going to do, I'm probably going to give everyone. I'll give my main opinions after the game finishes. To be honest. Move your goalkeeper there. When you finish.
No, I don't move goalkeepers, only with corners.
You don't move goalkeepers, okay. So what about now? You don't move your goalkeeper. So like I move my goalkeeper normally in this vicinity, like on the edge of the box. You don't do that with your goalkeeper. No. Okay. You should start doing that, especially maybe because you got the players that can handle the crosses. But generally speaking, just be careful because some people, you know, when they put like Ibra there, it's pretty much GG. Well, I normally fish 15k team. Off stream I've got 24 wins. On stream I've got like 22 wins, 21 wins, 22 wins twice. One time I bottled one. Yeah, but minimum gold one I finished with the 15k. It's quite attacking. I like it. The question is, are you going to do an El Tornado or some sort with Mbappe on the right side?
No. That's a big no.
You don't use alternators?
No, nothing. No La Croquetas, no El Tornado.
Okay, you see when you're defending, try not to bring your centre backs out. Try to defend with your CDMs first, because the problem is, carry on playing, don't I? Yeah, the problem is when, well, with FIFA, it's unfortunate, but the saddest thing is that FIFA 19 anyway, it doesn't reward manual defending. What's going on, Bayers? Yeah, you can get elite with the team, yeah. Yeah, the problem with defending, generally speaking, you don't really want to move your back four out of line. Generally speaking, the best way, yeah, just use your CDM. Do you have your, what settings do you have your thing on? Do you have on air balls or?
Oh!
We're good defending. Yeah, do you have yours on air balls or
One moment.
the player
One
switching?
moment.
Auto. Okay. This is why I suggest using
Yeah,
everyone's
auto.
use air balls because the problem is AI. AI, technically speaking, AI changes to the closest player towards the ball. Well, not all the time, but sometimes you don't want to select your centre back. You kind of want to control your stuff. You should be using the L1 and the right analog stick to change player. But generally, use your CDMs
Well,
first. Sorry?
I have it on the settings what you have in your video.
So you have on air balls. Okay, perfect. So it shouldn't be changing for you. So if I run this way, it should be on Goretzka. So don't press L1. Yeah. Okay, you have on air balls. Perfect. Try to use your CDMs first. If you watch, the best thing to do is always to cut the passing lanes out. Then use your back four as kind of the last resort. So think about it like a wall, you know. If they break down your CDMs, then you use your centre backs. It's the biggest mistake I see a lot of people make is that they unfortunately bring the defenders out of position. It's like here, for example. See what your tellers? Was it tellers? Always try to follow the marker, especially down the wing. Because see, a lot of people now they go down the wing. See, for example, here with Promes, you should be ideally switching to your right back so you can mark Promes. I mean, you're doing the right thing now with Hullet, right? But the truth is, everyone nowadays they're going down the wing because we all know what the meta is. It's just going down the wing, flicking the ball up, and crossing it in. Ramos 95 OP. I would say Ramos in my opinion, personally. Good defending. Be careful, yeah. CDMs. Always use. Even if your CDMs are far back in your half, try to bring them back. Use time shooting.
No.
You don't? Why not?
No, no, because I first of all I don't like it, and
Okay.
second of all I don't. Well, somehow my brain cannot comprehend the complications of time shooting, and I know it's brain muscle movement of how you say this brain. How you have to practice it to learn it.
Yeah.
But
Muscle.
I just find it an annoyance, and I don't see really the value of time finishing. You understand what I mean?
Okay, well, by the way, everyone in the chat, do you guys use time finishing? The reason why I suggest time finishing now above all is because, well, now the patch notes have been, well, not patch notes, now the FIFA 20 notes have been released. Time finishing is now in the game for FIFA 20 as well. So ideally, you want to start learning it. The truth is, it does make a big difference, especially when you're like having a 1v1. The difference between getting, I mean, I miss green time shots. I can't imagine not using almost. Be careful when you're defending. That's offside, I think. Anyway, that's offside, I think. Anyway, is it not?
No.
Oh, I thought it was offside. Yeah, I would suggest everyone to use time finishing because, as I said, now it's FIFA 20 have confirmed that now, and it's only going to get harder. So I think FIFA 20 is a good platform. Yeah, I agree with it, but it has to. You have to use time finishing. This is his team, by the way. 4-4-2 flat. Sorry, I missed that. Timson Bonanza. I would say so. Yeah. He does lack the 5-star weak foot, but I would say he's better. You know what you do? Even when you're building up, wait for the ball. So, like, say for example, what I like to do is I like to do a 1-2, but don't release the ball immediately. Wait for the player to make the run, then release the pass. So, like for example, here, simple 1-2. Okay, that was a good tackle. Generally speaking, the best way to do 1-2, the biggest mistake people do is they release their 1-2s too quickly as well. How you doing, Ed? Watch the wings, see?
Yeah.
Watch your wings, yeah? Good play. Yeah, I would say he's definitely better. Of course, Bernardo Silva, he lacks the 5-star weak foot, but generally speaking, at this time, it's honestly better. The camera using is co-op. Do you know why you mistimed that pass? Do you know why that pass missed? It's because Eder Militao is a 2-star weak foot. I'm pretty sure he used it with his weak foot, right? That's why you green time shots.
Really nice.
That's why you green time shots. See,
Yeah,
even with 83 promise, I scored. That's why green timing is so essential. That's why you have to. If that was a normal shot, that wouldn't have gone in. Nah, it's default. It's default 10-10.
Really good.
Drive backs. Got to Division 2. Congrats, man. What's going on? I get to go. I'm something like okay to kick off and Neymar. Another question as well, Ben. You don't use that many skills, do you?
No, nothing. Almost
Okay.
nothing.
You should try to use skills. Do you use L1 dribbling? Good goal.
No, I score like that.
Or kickoff, yeah. Kickoff. You score kickoff, right? I should be actually defending. I should be defending kickoff properly, but
Once you know how to defend against it.
yeah, I should be defending it properly, but I'm being pretty lazy about it, to be honest. If I was you, Ben, check my video on time finishing. As I said, there's an efficiency point. The later you time a shot, you don't get penalized for it. With time shooting in general, there's what I like to call an optimum period. If you hit it in red and yellow, you're in trouble. So the key is if you hit it late as possible, it's either going to become a green time shot or it's going to be a late time shot. And a late time shot is just like a normal shot, so you don't really get penalized.
I saw your video on it.
But honestly, I think yeah. Honestly, I'll just say be careful. Try not to commit when you have final defenders. Try to always run back towards goal if you're ever in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
A second player on the Royce, Rain, you think I should replace him with Ben Yedder team this season? I don't think you should replace him. I think maybe if you can fit them both in. Nice dribbling. Kind of very hard to keep the ball and create chances 4-2-3-1. Okay, let's say you're using. Let's say, for example, you're having a susceptible to pressure. One thing I like to do is a quick 1-2s with my right wing. So I do a 1-2 like that with Dembele. Let Dembele overlap, and then I'll do a through ball like that. That's normally a killer. And on the wing, you can decide what you want to do. You can obviously cross the ball. So if you like to cross the ball, you can cross the ball. But obviously, I don't do that. You can always go back inside through the lanes. Remember what I told you? Try not to bring out your. Remember that, yeah?
I know.
That's well played.
And I did it anyway.
Good play. You brought it out when you needed to. Good play.
Well, that's Militao as well.
Wow,
Oh,
what a
sorry,
tackle. What squad do you support? What's going on, Corey? What's going on, sorry? That's good. See? You see? Oh, that was unlucky. Good defending. Which squad do I support? Which team? I support Arsenal, mate. What team do you support? See how I switched there to my RAM? I didn't commit. You see, I didn't. I'll show you back again. Alright, committing. The good thing is you have air balls already on. It's easy for you to adapt. Be careful with dribbling. Do you have your centre mids on balance, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say leave one on stay back, just so you have like an outlet player that you can pass for with your CDM. So have like the most defensive one. So have Goretzka on balance. That was a. I mean on stay back. Hmm?
I have the feeling. Oh, Messi there. I have the feeling that when I put my two center mids on stay back, that I don't have the same attacking presence that I need to score a goal.
Okay, but you see, when you have the ball with your centre backs and you want to distribute the ball to your CDM, your centre mids, they're too far forward. If you have one guy drop back on stay back, then you can always push him forward a 1-2. You kind of want one guy just there, just for like the outlet player. Don't forget, you can always use L1 trigger. You know that video I did, L1 trigger player runs?
Yeah.
By the way, this is air balls, Craig. This is air balls. You can always use L1 triggers to push that player forward. So I'll give an example. I'll push my... So let's say, for example, I have both my CDMs on stay forward. Oh, sorry, not stay forward. Sorry, stay back. So what it is, by the way, don't do that ever. By the way, that was a terrible mistake by me.
That's no
Um,
problem.
yeah, what I was gonna say. Yeah, so what I do is generally when I'm attacking, so like now my CDMs they stay back, they kind of hold the line. But you see, for example, here, let's say I want my CDMs to go forward. I can always do a 1-2 with them, and then like Zakaria 1-4 there. Or what I can do is that's bad pass. Or what I do is I trigger them. So I press L1, for example, like there, and I triggered Goretzka forward. I can trigger. See, I can see if I press L1. See how players run forward. This is for the stream mainly, but you can always trigger the players forward manually yourself. So if that's what's probably better to do, to be honest, in most instances. That's why I at least have one back. And the worst thing is you can just do a 1-2 with them. I'll probably say have Goretzka back in your team. You support PSG because you lived in France for 19 years. Can you build me a team? I don't really build teams, to be honest, mate. But I can help fill in the gaps. I probably go for with the team that you suggested, MLFC. I probably suggest a League One team, to be honest. That's good dribbling, good ball roll. Try to make use of the drag back. It's probably honestly probably the best skill to do. Unlucky. Good goal. Alisson. Alisson's not the best of goalkeepers.
No.
The team of the season, Alisson is not the best.
Yeah,
That's why you green time shots. That's why you green time shots.
Nice goal. Really nice goal.
It was quick off. We'll call it 1-1. He will cost you some matches. He's pretty bad.
I can live with that.
Obaid, Ben Obaid says, where do you finish in weekend league? You finish normally.
I normally finish goal 2, and last
Goal
weekend,
2.
but it was mainly thanks to your videos. I finished goal 1.
Gold 1. But you say you're typically.
You know, I'm on 1800, 1900 skill points within division rivals, and I'm a normal goal 2 finisher, I would say.
But you reached gold 1 this last week, right? What Cristiano Ronaldo just scored.
Goal 1 was last week, yeah, and I had it one more time in the beginning of the year, so this is an exception.
Okay, I see.
Normally I finish. Okay, I sometimes I play the goal 3 because I don't want to play further because the gameplay annoys me.
It annoys you. Okay.
If I want, I can finish normally goal 2 without any problems.
So do you use your subs? Like, yeah, I see you have Catola, you have Cliver, or you took you brought Messi on? Who did you bring on? Did you bring
only Messi for Mbappe? You know, I find Jovic and how can I say this? Oh, we have to continue as well.
yeah, excellent.
I rarely bring on any other subs because it depends a little bit on how the match is going. If I see I have to defend, I bring on Kimmich for. I bring on Kimmich for Mbappe, and if I see I need a little bit of attacking presence, I bring on Messi. So it's a lot of fun with for the last 2-3 months, but he's lacking now. I notice it when I play against people who have a lot of team of the season players.
Okay.
That's why I rather play with Lacazette and with Jovic, for example. And they have the stamina as well, so it isn't an issue until now.
That was unlucky. Yeah, Alisson. I actually have team in the season. Alisson. He's actually shocking. Honestly, I'd rather have Farman in goal. I'd rather have the goalkeeper I have, the 87 Farman. I'd rather have this Farman in goal than have Alisson, and it costs 700 coins.
Don't you find all goalkeepers really inconsistent? Because I have team of the year, De Gea, but you know, to be honest, I paid 900k for him, and if you see how consistent he is, okay, he's one of the most consistent goalkeepers in the game, but still, you lose matches because of him. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. Try to always control the ball in that instance. I know first time shots are really OP, but try to control the ball. You need to utilize L1 dribbling a lot more. Good tackle. You know L1 dribbling.
Oh.
Ronaldo just scored hat-trick. Ronaldo just wrecking everywhere he goes. Try to use L1 dribbling, because I see you dribble a lot. Like L1 dribbling is like this. Remember I told you about your centre backs?
Yeah.
Remember
But
always.
When did you stream this? Was it 1 week ago? 4 or 5 days ago, something like this, yeah?
I was
About
playing
L1
extremely.
dribbling.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you mean I did.
I'm trying to implement it in my game, but I still have, you know, I'm still stuck in my old ways. So to speak.
Okay. I would say because you dribble normally, I think I would say use drag back because you already dribble yourself, right? You know obviously not to use drag back, but because you normally do dribbling it as it is, you might as well just integrate L1 dribbling into your game. Unlucky. Because you dribble already quite good. Could you please read my last message? It'd be greatly. But yeah, I was saying MLC. I was saying. I would get Mbappe. I would put Neymar as striker. You have other. Yeah, you can have other options in League One. You can even have people off cam. Would you mind people having people off cam, or is it strictly just cam? You have Royce though. You have Royce and Werner, so you can have a hybrid. You can have a League One with left wing. You can have Neymar and right forward Mbappe striker. You can have Royce and Werner on the right hand side. Off cam, I don't mind. That's what you can implement. Do you have a second formation, Ben? So let's say you're winning and you want to close the game out.
Yeah. I play your. I have 3
4-2-1.
formations actually. I have the defending 4-4-2. This is the 4-4-2 bracket 2. What you use, what you have the video on.
Okay.
This is my defending formation. I also have the 4-2-3-1.
Yo, bye, bro. Thanks very much for the subscription, bro. And isn't it funny how Ronaldo scored in real life? And yes.
Oh, that's dirty. That is. Oh.
I like it. Yo, Abide, massive shout out to Abide. Thank you very much for the Prime subscription, Abide, man. I really appreciate it. Been here since day one as well. That was unlucky. Sorry about that. That green time shot. Yeah, I should have probably ran a bit more forward, to be honest. Unlucky. Very unlucky.
Yeah, like I said, I'm using the 4-2-3-1 as a defensive formation, but I also use the 4-2-3-1 bracket 2.
That's good, yeah. The
yeah.
4-2-3-1 second variation is very similar to the 4-4-2. Very similar. The good thing about it is you have the extra cam. So the sort of the 2 strikers, you have a cam person. He drops back.
Yeah.
So it's a really good formation. Just be careful about losing the ball though. See, when you have the ball this far out, like it. Good.
Yeah.
Good recovery.
But I think for me the biggest problem is that I'm afraid that I lose the opportunity. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Because some people play so defensively and they play the 4-2-3-1 with drop back, and you have to break through this defense. You have to break through this defense, and you don't want to play all out attack. I seen your video on the Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
And this really helps, but it's still how you say this, a defensive risk what you take playing with 3 defenders. And I always how can I put this? I always find it a little bit difficult to recognize the okay, this is the moment that I don't want to lose the ball, or this is the moment that I have to press forward because this is an opportunity. You understand what I mean?
I see what you mean. Try not to push too much. I think sometimes you can be. You don't have to. I understand, but sometimes it's never a rush. I know the problem is people they rush their games too much. Ross says I think he needs to incorporate more first-time fake shots. Yeah, I was gonna say that as well. He does use drag back. What I was gonna say is L1 dribbling for you might be the best option. Because you see, I could say use drag back, but I think for you the best tailor-made advice I can give to you is use L1 dribbling because you have your normal dribbling. Do you know what I mean? So you might as well incorporate L1 dribbling.
Well, I'm trying to implement this in my game. Since I watched your last stream, I understand there's not a video yet, but
Yeah, it should be coming very soon.
I mean, this is one of the things what helped me from gold to gold 1. I see a lot of people have difficulties to defend the L1 dribbling, but you know, if you're used to playing a certain style in the last 2 years, it's difficult to how you say this, to make this a natural thing for your gameplay. You understand what I mean?
I see. Nice. I like how you felt that. I like how you mixed your. Unlucky. I don't think it.
I think won anyway, Neil. Congratulations.
Did I win? No, I don't count penalties. You can take the win for that one. I don't care. I let everyone win, to be honest. You know, everyone always says to me in my videos, "Oh, your record is so bad. Why should we ever listen to you?" That's funny. Are you watching a stream as well, Ben?
Yeah, no. I cannot because I have the Discord call on now.
Your Discord call on now? Okay, 1 second.
I cannot watch the stream and the Discord in the same time because I watch everything on my mobile phone.
Okay, you haven't got a computer next to you. Okay, hang on. If you minimize the Discord call, you can view it on Twitch, right?
Yes.
Try that. I just wanted to show you the screen. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, what's going on, Maverick? I missed that.
The call is still on. Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, can you see the stream? You might have to mute the volume though.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay. What I would say is, so Brass says you need to use more. Even Abide says Abide is an elite player as well. Use dragbacks more. Definitely. Yeah, I agree. I think you don't use that much dragbacks, right? I understand that. I think you should incorporate a lot of them. But I said because you dribble like this. See when you have tellers, you dribble like this a lot. I think when you use L1 dribbling, it really irritates your opponent because you change directions so quickly. Like for example, there, yes, you scored, but you rushed it. Do you know what I mean? It was gonna be flashy. Like similar, like that was maybe a bad example, but and what I'll say is, watch out. I keep doing these balls against you. It's kind of hard, but try never to commit. In this instance, this is a problem that I see a lot with, especially when I'm playing foot champs. The reason why I normally blitz through, well, I say blitz through. Sometimes I lose. So the reason why I find that the beginning game so easy because this is the easiest way to get past people. You see over here. When someone gets the ball here and they do a 1-2, you should always run back with your play. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know if you're still here, Ben. Can you still hear me? I don't know if Ben can hear, but I'm assuming he's still watching the stream. But you see, you're still here? Okay. The biggest mistake people make is they don't follow the run. When someone has a 1-2 with their wing over here, you should track the run. You shouldn't commit. You can always use second defender press with this guy, but this guy should be running back. So generally speaking, when you get in a position, whenever you see the ball getting played to a winger and getting passed back, right, then here you run back. You got no choice. Just remember that it's happened multiple times in the game. I didn't want to talk about it too much because then I wouldn't have found a good example. As I said with CDMs. Remember I was saying try not to push out your centre backs the problem is some people what they do, they'll bait you outside the box. Is holding down X while defending work online? Legacy defending? No, it doesn't. It does not. Generally speaking, like for example here, never ever push out your centre backs. You should always try to keep your back four in shape. and then use your CDMs to defend. If they break through your CDMs, then use your back four. Otherwise, don't touch your back four. It can be considered newbie, but the truth is, all the good players, everyone does it. That's how you should be defending. Just trying to. Yes, you've got the ball there, but had you not pushed out with Lala, you probably would have lost the ball there. And I could have. Let's say you didn't win the ball with Lala. Let's say, for example, I did a Lakoketa here with Promez, right? If I did a Lakoketa here, and I went that way, I'll basically be clear on goal. So just be careful. Try to keep integrity of your back four as usual. I had a clip here. Was it here? I think was it here? I wrote what did I write down here? Yeah, I was saying here. Generally speaking, here like L1 dribbling, you're rushing too much. It's too much. Even if you don't even dribble, just hold the ball here. It's simple. Here, I would shield the ball here, and I'll wait for Goretzka to make the run, or I'll play a through ball to Goretzka. There's no need to rush this. I understand you want to play quick ticket-type football, but sometimes you don't have to rush it like this, like quick 1-2s. Just control the ball. Obviously, you don't want to. Would you recommend this to music? I listen to music. Some people play better with music. I personally play better with music. It just kind of just depends on personal preference, to be honest. Same thing with, it was about 33 minutes. I don't want to overload you with information, so I'll give you some of the main pointers. Was it here? So like here, in this instance, right? You shouldn't be pushing with Goretzka. You see here you lost the ball. Now, generally speaking, people like to push, but if you want to push, use your cam or try to cut him down. You see, think about this here, because remember I was talking to you. You have both your centre mids on balance, so they're gonna go forward. Now, problem is your back four is exploited. It's essentially, if you look at it, it's basically a 4-on-4. If you look at it, it's basically a 4-on-4. If you look at it, so just be careful. In this instance, I would personally just run back. I wouldn't actually charge to the guy, because you charge to the guy. Now, essentially, if you look at it, if you break the pitch down, it's a 4v4. Now, had I been more clinical, I could have 1-2'd around your players. Try honestly, try to, and even in this instance, right? Now, in this instance, don't push, never push. At this point here, I would use the right analog stick. So like the right analog stick, flick it to the right hand side like that. Choose Hullet and run back with Hullet. See, problem is you're pushing your centre back out of position. It's too risky. Unless you really know what you're doing, don't do this, because honestly, a simple through ball in behind there, this player would latch onto it. Because look at this player's body position. So just be careful about that. See my player? If I made that pass, I missed that, but if I made that pass there, I could have latched onto it really easy and it would have been a clear 1v1. Just remember that. You did the right thing in the end. You changed to Goretzka. And then, of course, the main thing, green timing of shots. Honestly, if I didn't green time this, Goretzka, he's not got the best shooting. That's a good fake shot there. Fake shot there. Drag back. See here, if I didn't green time this, I can guarantee that wouldn't have gone in. Remember, always try to look at the feet of the player. As soon as the player's about to hit the ball, then press the shoot button again. That's what I would say. And then the last thing I just wanted to say, was it 73 minutes? 73 minutes. And this would be a tip for everyone, I think. You see, look, see here, the biggest mistake. What tactic should I use? I do have a video on it. What's going on, Medina? Medina, what's going on? So you see here, generally speaking, right? The biggest mistake is players when they get here. What do people do here? The biggest mistake people make here is they push with this kind of play over here. Now, this is not the right thing to do. Now, I know really good players do this, but it's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is to use this player and bring him back. Because you see, once you drag this guy out of position, you'll be screwed. So see, you nearly baited me there. Once I realized that if I get dragged out of position, let's say I move this guy over here, then you could easily run down. So what I did is I realized that you're baiting me, and I changed to my cam. See that? See, it's all about being smart. Try not to use your back foot. Try to use the players around them first. Use your back foot as a wall, and then see, like there, I changed player. See, I ran back. See, I was about to commit to you. I realized you're far away, and I ran back. The spamming circle work? No, it doesn't, because you can miss the time. You can miss the timing. And this is kind of a tip for everyone. Do you guys know what the final attack is? This would be a tip, I think, for everyone. Generally speaking, the idea of the final attack is every time there's just before an interval, like 119 minutes, 105, 4 minutes, 90 minutes, 45 minutes. It's what we like to call a final attack. Basically, when the time's run out, I always look at the time, right? I look at the time. Now look, I know, for example, now, I know there's 2 minutes added on. So this is what I like to call the final attack. So I hold the ball deliberately in the last couple minutes. I don't want to go forward. I'm just waiting for this clock to go to like 30 seconds before the end of the time. And you see, at this point, at 45, the referee can't blow the whistle. The whistle can only be blown if the ball is basically behind this point, or unless it's like 10 minutes over. So what I do here is I deliberately hold the ball, and I know at this point, if I lose the ball, the referee will blow the whistle. So it's a kind of a free attack. So that's why I stop pushing players forward. I get unlucky in the end, but as I see, look, if I lose the ball, there's nothing happens. You see, I lost the ball there, and the game ends. That's what I like to call a final attack. People make use of that a lot. I do anyway. I call it the final attack anyway. But if you do lose the ball, nothing happens. The ref blows the whistle. By the way, that's Ben's gameplay. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I hope you guys learned something from that. If you're in YouTube comments, I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.